Good morning, everyone. Today we will be discussing this important aspect of outcome-based education, which is known as program outcomes. So, first understand what is program. Program is any part of the curriculum which is offered to the student by university, by college, and the outcomes are the outcomes are associated and are the measurable parameters, and these are measured with the performance of the student. So this program framing of program outcomes is another important topic. But when we are having this program outcome, when we are having these program outcomes, we can easily assess. So first understand what are the program outcomes prescribed for the any engineering discipline. So I am talking about engineering discipline, and these program outcomes are specified by the National Board of Accreditation. Now, when you see this slide, there are three important POs are exhibited. The first PO exhibits the competency related to the engineering knowledge. That means if your subject or if your course is like that it is imparting engineering knowledge to any graduate, then we say that this subject is actually related with the program outcome 1. That means by reading this subject, by completing this subject, or maybe by taking the course and this particular course and this particular subject, we can acquire engineering knowledge. So this engineering knowledge is nothing about the application of the knowledge of the mathematics, science, engineering fundamentals. Also, it is an added specialization for the solution of complex engineering problems. So this is all about engineering knowledge. So any subject which is imparting engineering knowledge is actually contributing in PO1. Likewise, if the subject is imparting you a knowledge, sufficient knowledge to conduct some problem analysis, that means you can analyze the problem, you can formulate the problem, you can review and research the literature, and you can correlate your problem with that particular literature, then the subject is said closely associated with program outcome 2. So the key word in this is program. For this program outcome is problem analysis. The third part is design and development of the solution for the society, for the public health, and for the cultural, societal, and environmental considerations. So suppose I want to there is a subject which is say environmental engineering. So, and in this particular subject, I am taking air pollution causes, effects, how to measure air pollution, that means by using air quality index, the definition of these air quality index, as well as the formulation, mathematical formulation of these particular index. So if you see this particular subject is having this is imparting engineering knowledge to you, because we are applying knowledge of the mathematics, science, engineering fundamentals for combating with the air pollution. We are designing strategies for combating air pollution, design air pollution air filters or strategies, framing strategies for combating air pollution. Now the second part is problem analysis. What we do, we will try to do some analysis on the basis of the calculation of this air quality index. So what we will do, we identify the gray areas, we will identify the areas where the knowledge of this AQI is actually scant, and we employ some measurement devices, and we will take the help of pollution control board, and we will measure the quality of the air in the industrial areas. That is the measurement, that means the formulation, and we do the research in the literature, and we analyze how to deal with this complex engineering problem, that how we can measure the air quality of this particular part of the city, and how we can reduce the pollutant concentration by the tree plantation and all. So when you see, all these things are closely associated with this particular subject. So if I map this program outcome, so I will give this particular subject, if I am having the CO1, CO2, CO3, that means let me have one CO. So I will what I will do, I will give 3 to all POs, PO1, PO2 and PO3, all will be marked highly. Let me come to another POs, which are PO4, conduct investigation on complex problem. Now, if the problem is complex and the course curriculum is actually dealing with this complex problem, so let me say let me take one part of AI, which is dealing with the face recognition problem. So what I want to do, I want to design a attendance system for a college or a university where I don't need to touch anything, or we avoid human touch. What we'll do, we will employ a pattern recognition, face recognition algorithm. So input will be the attribute of the face, attributes of the image, and these attributes are proposed, and the identification parameter can be decided. So these identification can also be like person wise, maybe it can be age wise, maybe it can be gender wise. So this, you need to write an algorithm. So if I want to do the attendance analysis of a particular day or a particular month, what I have to do, I have to deal with this data and I have to run some algorithm. So if your subject which is dealing with some research based knowledge in this, then you have to apply this particular PO4 into your curriculum, and you have to map it very highly. Also, if I am using some modern tools for identification, for constructing this black box technique, what I will do, I will use some modern tools, like some modern tools, maybe Minitab, or some ANN based algorithm, artificial neural network based algorithm, or maybe some support vector machine based algorithm. So what I'll do, I will model the system, complex engineering activities like segregating all the attendance person wise, gender wise, age wise, and maybe some other parameter can also be added, and accordingly this algorithm can be designed with the help of modern tool usage. So if your course is actually fulfilling this, then the modern tool usage PO will be mapped highly. Now, what if I, let us take an example. What if I am devising a filter, air filter, which is actually purifying the air across you, and this air filter is actually outcome of some engineering design. So if this is the case, and this is the course curriculum, designing of air filter, designing of anything which is related to the societal health, safety, legal and cultural issues, then you have to map this. Normally in engineering subjects, what you will be having high mapping of PO1, PO2, PO3 will be there normally in normal cases, and in some very special cases PO4 and PO5 are also mapped highly. But in case of PO6, all the engineering subjects are not related with that. So we need to do some additional exercises for fulfilling the gap between the curriculum and the PO. Likewise, if you see PO7, PO8, PO9, all are actually less technical, and it also discuss environmental and sustainability. So after completion of particular course, if the graduate understands the impact of professional engineering solution in environmental context and social context, and if he can demonstrate the knowledge and need for sustainable development, then we analyze that this PO7 is closely associated with the subject, and we measure this PO7 with the help of several indicators. So when I talk about the indicators, there can be two indicators. One is the direct indicator, which comes from various test assignments, and all these things are on paper. Now there are some thing which is called indirect indicators. So these indirect indicators are actually evaluated with the help of you can say surveys, with the help of some feedback mechanism, or maybe the participation of the student in several activities which are actually not prescribed in the curriculum. So any subject which actually motivate you for doing these indirect indicators, that means which are not inherently indicated in the curriculum, but it is an integral part of that particular course, and for fulfilling that course you have to do these things, then you can say that environmental and sustainability can be achieved for that particular subject. Likewise, if any subject talk about ethics and it employ the ethical responsibility, ethical skills in you, then you say that this particular subject, after completion of this subject, after reading this subject, ethics program outcomes can be achieved. So PO9 also says individual and teamwork. So mainly these come from the minor projects and the major projects you do. So this particular course will teach you how to work in as an individual and how to work as in team. So this function effectively as an individual and as a member or leader in the diverse team and multidisciplinary setting. So it is not necessary always that the only same discipline people are coming together and they will be working with each other, but it is also important that multiple disciplined people can get together, can gel together and can formulate a problem and can work together for solving any particular design problem. Now these three are related to the communication. If any subject which is imparting you a particular attribute which is known as communication, that means these communication skills are provided by maybe soft skills classes, English classes, and maybe TNP activities are there, training and placement activities are there, which are actually started very early, that means maybe from fifth semester or third semester, or student can also do the GDs, group discussions. So all these activities which are fulfilling, which are noted in the department, which are integral part of the vision of the department, and these activities are conducted in the department, then we say these activities and these subjects are closely aligned with the communication. So normally what we say that engineering curriculum is, let me say that engineering curriculum is divided into two parts. Let me assume that 45 subjects are there, which is teaching subjects, and 41 are lab setups. So here I can say that the curriculum is not actually equally divided according to these POs. So there will be some POs which are highly correlated with the subjects, and there are some POs which are less correlated with the subject. So if I see the discipline, engineering discipline, you may see that this PO1, PO11, P12 are closely related with less number of subjects. So the attainment of the subject, these POs can be a crucial parameter, and it can be supported by different activities conducted by the department. So for communication, we are also having some subjects in the curriculum, as well as we for attainment of this PO, for attaining this particular PO, we do some external exercises also. Likewise, when you conduct a project, when you design a project, what you need to do, you need to check the feasibility and the management and finance aspect of the project also. So after doing this particular project, what you do, what you will be able to learn, if completion of this subject will make you able to demonstrate the knowledge and understanding of the engineering and management principle, and if this subject is able to impart the knowledge for applying these to one's own work, or maybe in a team, and to manage the project, you can say that this particular PO is closely associated with that part of the curricula. So this comes under projects, and mini projects are also there. Mini projects are also there, and you can say that these are closely related with this. Now PO 12 is lifelong learning. Any subject, any part of curricula which is imparting your lifelong learning, we can say that particular subject is related to lifelong learning. So I read the sentence which says, the after completion of the particular subject, the student will be able to recognize the need for and have the preparation and ability to engage in independent and lifelong learning in the broadest context of technological change. So these broad statements are already given. What you need to do as a teacher, you need to understand your course curriculum, you need to read your course curriculum, and you need to carefully match this curriculum with your program outcomes. Let me these are program specific outcomes I have written for electrical engineering. Maybe you can adopt it for your discipline. So these are program specific. That means if you are coming from mechanical engineering department, this will be related to the mechanical engineering department. If you are coming from computer engineering, artificial intelligence, this will be coming to that particular department. So once again, if I chalk out the keywords emerging from the program outcomes, it is related to engineering knowledge, problem analysis, design and development of the solution, conduct investigation, modern tool usage, engineer and society, environmental sustainability, ethics, individual and teamwork, communication, project management, finance, and lifelong learning. So I hope this part you can understand that POs, there are two aspects of OB. So one is let me say this is A1 for having a deep understanding how vision, mission, and other statements are actually framed. So this A1 says involvement of the stakeholders. So what are stakeholders? Stakeholders are nothing but the persons which are actually contributing in an institution in explicitly or implicitly. So when I talk about implicit engagement of the faculty members, of the persons, I can say that faculty members are implicitly involved, students are involved, management, and other competent authorities. Now what are explicitly involved parameters? These are employers, alumni, maybe you say parents, and recruiters, and other parts which are connected. So now second one is, when POs are defined, you have to define a mechanism for PSO. PSOs are department specific, program specific. Then what you have to do? You have to identify your subject and you have to identify course outcomes. So once you frame the course outcome, then what you do? You have some statements CO1, CO2 and up to CO5, and you are having POs. So like this PO12 are there. What you will do? You will create a matrix over here and you say how this CO1 to CO, these all are contributing. So if it is high, you write high, high, high and high, and you take average of this. So this is average of this is 3. Suppose this PO12 is actually not related to you, you leave it blank and you will write 0 over here. You need not to write any 0 here. What we will do? We will showcase high mapping only. So in some cases, if you feel that it is 2, that means the relation of this particular CO to this particular PO2, which is problem analysis, is weak, and this CO is not actually mapping with this PO2, then you have to justify this CO, why this weak mapping is there. So for that justification, this justification is actually quite individual for subject. So what you need to do, whenever there is a question asked to you that why you are mapping this particular CO2, then you have to have certain amount of statements in favor of your mapping. So these statements will protect you, and it will frame a strong background that how you map this particular CO with the PO. Now the third part after this CO-PO map is the third part is the attainment calculation. So this attainment calculation is actually what we are discussing about direct attainment. This direct attainment can be accomplished through you can say the midterm examination and external examination of the any particular university, and you can devise always you can devise a formula in order to calculate internal component, external component, and you can also derive some if else condition. Okay, if this 50% students are getting higher marks than 50% of the total marks, then the level 3 is achieved. So likewise you have to select the target, and every year what you have to do, in every year your vision is to your vision should be like this, that you should align your activities, align your things in such a manner that this particular target is achieved, and you have to set the target in a chronological manner, that means monotonically increasing order. So when you select a target and you have achieved it, very good, your methodology is working. But if it is not achieved, then what you do, you have to do some external exercises, some external remedial actions should be there, and this should be kept in a record in your course file. So with this the presentation regarding POs are over from my side. Thank you very much for patient listening.